jittery cover of what sustains one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice.
And now, carrying you live from FEMA Region 4, it's the pissed patriot himself. Pissing them liberal nut jobs, douchebag Kool-Aid drinkers off one day at a time is what we do, whether they like it or not. And as for Barack Obama, that's one shit stain that you cannot wash out with Clorox. Sit back, tune in, and enjoy carrying you live for the next 2 hours. The Pissed Patriot Radio Show.
Sand out his mouth. Yeah, it's American pride. Got that red, white, and blue. You can run, but you can't hide. Hey, I love the good old USA. I'm American, baby, all the way. Like mama's apple pie and a Chevrolet. I got the flag flying high. Proud to be winning stars and stripes. Terrorists, suckers, don't you wait.
Joe again.
Glad to have you on, Joey. What you got to say? What you want to cover tonight? I was thinking about covering this chimp out that they got going on in Baltimore, Maryland. What you think?
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty hot topic. I for sure want to talk about that tonight.
I agree 100%. You know, let's like I said, let's cover this Baltimore chimp out because they are crazy. They are nuts, as we know.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they, I mean, sure, they have a reason to be angry. You know, there are corrupt cops and all that, but they're turning it into a race issue more so than anything. But, I mean, you know how many white guys I know that get beat up by cops, that get fucked around, get money taken from them, and you know, beat up and left in the middle of nowhere or whatever. So many. Thank you. But as soon as a black guy does it, he's like, it's like he you know, it's all of a sudden it's a race issue. Like they're exempt from getting beat by cops or something, but it's okay for white guys too. You know, it's yeah. Well, but you know, and it doesn't help when you got that fucking monkey Rebden Al Sharpton, who he looks like, you know, the movie Planet of the Apes. He looks like one of them, you know, with his wrinkles and stupid face and his hair and all that, and he's stirring the pot, making the blacks hate us and causing these problems, and he's doing he's doing way more harm than good. You know, he's no Martin Luther King. He's a fucking he's a shit disturber, is what he is.
You got it. Well, he's a shit stirrer, like I said. Then you got them two race-baiting niggers, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, and yeah, I'm gonna call it like I said. That's just what they are, is two race-baiting niggers. That, like I said, they're a shit stain. They all three a shit stain. It's just so bad that Clorox won't wash it out.
Yeah, well, you know what I got is the what's that shit called? I just got this new spray bottle that I was thinking might work actually. You know that Comet, you know the hard stuff that you scrub with.
I know Comet.
I got it comes in a spray bottle now.
Yeah.
So I was actually thinking the other day when I bought it in the store, I was actually thinking, I wonder if I could rub Obama out with this one. But
well, I don't even think the Comet or the Ajax would get it. And as I told you earlier, they're saying tonight that the shit's gonna get real when they don't lift this curfew. I'm sitting here watching a live stream from the journalist Pete Santilli. And these niggers, and the thing is, it's not only the niggers, it's the niggers, the whites, the African Americans, it's the Mexicans, everybody, they all out in full force down here in Baltimore. This is going to get interesting when the National Guard's already been called, and, things is fixing to get real, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course. This is going to make the LA riots in 91 look like, a peaceful protest, right?
Thank you.
But it's funny though, and this is what I call nigger logic. All right, it's they whine about police always be bothering me. I'm down the street and the police always be hassling my ass, and it's because I'm black, man. But then you go and do shit like this and do riots, and then it's just going to make you look bad to even broader audience who's watching on the news and seeing these people acting up and being ridiculous.
Thank you.
And then what's going to happen now is it's just going to hurt their image even more.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's what I say. And Pete's going to be live streaming tonight. When the shit does go down, so it's going to get quite interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're whining and crying about getting hassled because 1 out of 10 of the guys that the police hassle happen to be innocent, and then they should work on their image. They should be more upstanding citizens. Stop robbing people. Stop looting stores like they're doing, and all this shit. They do it to themselves, right?
You got it.
They get all the handouts in the world, all the tolerance, all the respect. I mean, there's no KKK bothering them anymore. So really, they have nothing to whine about anymore.
Really and truthfully, they're hurting themselves.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. And they could talk all they want about how the white man trying to keep us down and all this. It's not even like that anymore.
No.
Like, you guys have so many. They have so many programs and all this that benefit them, and they have no excuse. I mean, and it's not cool to be hanging out in front of convenience stores, robbing and looting people and all that they like to do, and then they promote in their rap music about how in the rap music how it's cool to rob people and loot and deal drugs and kill people and all this stuff, right? And it's this image that they create for themselves.
Of course.
But then when it doesn't work in their favor because, they look like a guy that could actually be robbing and looting people.
Thank you.
Then the police actually come and pull them over, And then they complain, well, don't go for the image if you can't handle what goes with it,
Yeah, and something else that chaps my ass, and I've covered this before. The federal government will sit here and they'll give these fucking silverback gorilla chimps, as I call them. They'll give them an EBT card, an Obama phone, but they won't give it to a person.
NCAAP.
Yeah, but they won't give it to the person that needs it, like me or you, that's out here trying to bust our ass, trying to make it a living.
No, they don't, because they have to have minority rights and all this shit. And it's the same for, natives and all that. They get all these handouts from the government, and it's but then a white guy, who's down on his luck, needs, a check for between a couple months here for between jobs. They make you jump through all these hoops and all this shit, and it's just, like, where's the programs to help us? Where's the NCAAP for white people, Why aren't we getting any kind of, white entertainment channel or, White History Month? Why aren't we having our own white Al Sharpton, going around preaching about respect for white people and all that,
Thank you.
Because, so their whining got played out 30 years ago, and things are different now. There's no issue anymore except for the ones that they're creating.
You got it. That's just it's issues that they're all creating.
Yeah, and it's a double standard. And, remember that? I don't know if you remember, but that shitbag in the White House there. I had a picture. I put a picture a couple weeks ago about how he should be hung for treason, and there's a picture of him being hung, right? Because that's what used to happen to people that used to do treason back in the day, betrayed their country. And some bitch commented on it, probably a liberal, of course, right? Commented on it, saying, I don't like that. That's racist. You shouldn't post that, And I'm thinking, like, how the fuck is it racist? Just because our president happens to be black, or, it's a like he gets away with treason because he's black. Nobody else, everybody else could be hung but him.
Well, the thing is,
and that's liberal logic. Right?
The thing is, first off, the scumbag in that White House is not really black. He's white.
We know what he is.
Yeah, he's white. He's white and he's fucking sand nigger. He's fucking Muslim. Really and truthfully, he's an insult to the blacks. He's giving the pure out niggers a bad name. The thugs a bad name, really, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He is actually worse than a thug, in my opinion.
Right. Well, he is. He's a shit stain for sure, and all that. But he's not white, and that's pretty much why that bitch came to his defense. And that's why that bitch came to his defense. And
of course,
so it's racist and this and that. So what? Every other guy that committed treason, he can get hung because they're white, but then the one that's not, it's racism.
Thank you.
That's pulling the race card. It's all about equality. If they fuck around, they do treason, they get hung, then the sand nigger can get hung too.
Thank you.
For doing the same crimes against the country.
Thank you.
It's all about equality.
Yeah.
Even Martin Luther King, he said he had a dream back in the day, for equality. Well, I'm seeing to it that he follows that dream. His dream comes to reality, and I'm pushing for equality. But
and that's me. I'm pushing for equality. I ain't got a problem. Just don't expect to sit here and live off my taxes free of charge and not do a damn thing.
Yeah. And think that it'd be cool to go around looting and robbing the white people walking around in the hood. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean. I
don't think that you could be doing that kind of shit and making it cool to not be able to spell properly. Like how they, rap, like they spell, they say "da," they spell it "da."
Yeah. Like they was doing earlier on the live broadcast on Pete Santilli's stream. They couldn't even speak grammatically correct. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And you doing that, and you expect us to believe us? Expect you to believe you? Man, come on, man, you full of shit.
Yeah. And there's all kinds, like, they're looting and robbing people, but then they're complaining about police harassing them. Well, if you're robbing stores, that's even more reason for police to be even more forceful on you.
Yeah.
I could see maybe the protests that some of them are doing, but using it as an excuse to rob and loot stores, that's not doing anything for your image.
No.
That's not doing anything for your people. It's not doing any of that kind of shit. All it's doing is just making them look bad. And I gotta say, before everybody's gonna say, "Oh, you guys are being racist and this and that," no. This isn't something against all black people.
It's nothing about racist. It's nothing about being racist.
It's just idiots that can't behave themselves, and that's the difference. There's such thing as there's two different. There's niggers and then there's black people, right? Because there are some good, respectable black people that I have, that are good people that don't deserve to be put in the same category as these niggers that are, making it looting.
I agree 100%. Did you see the thing? God, it's been a few days ago. This one black kid's mama saw him out doing what he was doing.
Yeah,
she tore his ass up
that
on national TV. Don't you know his friends made fun of him?
Yeah, but that black woman, that's a respectable black person that I have respect for. That and there's good people like Bill Cosby. He's innocent as far as I'm concerned, and I've always been a Bill Cosby fan. I've watched. I listen to some rap music. I have black friends. I used to watch a lot of the old black sitcoms and stuff. I don't have a hatred towards black people. What I don't like is these loped out gangsta niggas in the hood that think it's cool to not be able to spell properly and be uneducated so that they can't even talk, and they think it's cool to rob people and all that. Like, it's loser shit. If you're going around stealing from people, that means that you're a fucking loser, and you can't support yourself, and you're just a loser. You have to steal what other people are, and that's what I have no respect for.
Hey.
You know, and that's why I have no sympathy, because most of the time when police are pulling a guy over, 9 out of 10 times that guy's up to something, or he's got something on him, or he's doing something wrong. And
Yeah.
that's why, and then the one time that the guy's innocent, they're racist.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you,
you're welcome on that one.
As you know, I really have no use for Fox News.
No, well, I mean, they do bash Islam quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I think it was last night, Geraldo Riviera, or whoever the fuck he is, as I'm gonna put it.
Yeah, I just remember him from when he got his nose broken.
Well, Pete Santilli ripped him a new asshole on live stream last night over some bullshit.
And that's good.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
Made an example out of him.
Well, Geraldo's such a washed-up has-been anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it was like the late 80s when he got his nose broken. And then, and then after that, like, people just didn't care about him anymore. And then for some reason, he's got a show now, or he's part of a show or some shit, but nobody really cares about him anymore. He's irrelevant.
Thank you.
And he's a libtard, too. So, always...
Well, as you know, we are expanding from roughly one show a week to 3 shows a week. 2 of the shows is going to be on a major internet-based radio station that gets roughly 15,000 hits a day. So that should do us some good on getting us some listeners and getting our listener rate up. You there?
Yeah, we got cut off there.
I was going to say, we got cut off. Something happened.
Yeah. Well, we got cut off, but I don't know. Maybe it's the NCAAP trying to shut us down for talking too badly about the niggers. I don't know.
Well, you know what I say about NAACP. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
Yeah.
If they don't like it, get over it.
Yeah. But just so everybody knows, we're not talking about all black people. We're just talking about the stupid ones.
Yeah. And the stupid ones include Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, definitely.
Yeah. Well, they're the head of the problem, right? Because they're the ones stirring the pot. They're the one planting the seeds into these guys' heads.
Thank you.
And making them do stupid things, you know?
Yeah. And you know, that's something else I want to cover. I wonder how many of these protesters are paid protesters. That's up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's hard to say.
But there's definitely an agenda for sure.
Oh yeah, like I say, there's definitely an agenda with with these dumbass chimps, as I call them.
Well, what I don't get is what are they hoping to accomplish? You know what I mean? Like, no matter how much they protest and stuff, if a cop sees a black guy all thugged out with an extensive record, creeping around a neighborhood or whatever, they're gonna pull him over and see what he's doing.
Hey,
no matter what.
Hey, I got one for you.
Yeah.
I was sitting there earlier. I was listening to that live stream of Pete's, and this fucking thug, as I call him, because that's what he was. He was a fucking Bloods or Crip gang member. That stupid thug got up on stage and had the nerve to say that they didn't need to police it, that they could police Baltimore themselves. Well, you know what I say? The reason they're wanting to police Baltimore themselves, and that way they can push the dope and the drugs.
For sure they do.
Time he said it. And time he got up on stage, he was flashing gang signs, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they want to, they do that, but, you know, it's like they have no problem doing the crime. They just don't want the cops bothering them about it.
Thank you.
So they want to weaken the police so they can do more shit, do more crimes.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. You know, and then you hear that, the Nation is Shitlam is involved too.
Yeah,
Islam,
I heard that. I heard that.
The Black Panthers and all this stupid shit, like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, these guys, what I'd like to do is some of these idiot niggers, you probably saw the post I put. I'd like to take them when they're riding and just load them all into in a big van, like a big paddy wagon, like like cattle, and take them back down south and put them back to slavery, and see how they like that. Give them something to whine about for real, take a whip to them, give them a taste of some good old-fashioned Southern justice.
Thank you.
That's how you control them, is with whips, like they used to be. I mean, that's the thing. They get all, they get all crazy and hard, like, like acting all tough and everything, and like all militant and everything with us now. People forget at one time we owned them. They're our slaves. There was nothing they were able to do about it.
Thank you.
We gave them their freedom out of the kindness of our hearts. We gave them everything, and it's never enough.
Of course.
No.
That's one of the things. Give a nigger an inch, he's gonna take a mile.
Mm-hmm. And they, we gave them their freedom. I mean, think of how more humble they used to be, right?
Thank you.
They used to be, yes, massa, yes. Please don't wait me, massa, But now they're like all in your face and all, robbing you and this and that. Like,
thank you.
Kind of makes you wish that they didn't get their freedom after all,
Yeah, believe me, I know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's not against all black people. This is the stupid ones, like I said. I can't
90% of them are stupid.
Yeah, because that people are going to hear this episode, and they're going to be labeling us racist after that.
Hey, call us racist. I don't care. I call it like I see it. If you don't like it, get over it.
Yeah.
Well, Pete's live stream is back up on YouTube down there in Baltimore. He's down there in the killing fields, so let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if anything, I'm doing a service for the good black people here.
Thank you.
I'm sticking up for them, pointing it out that these guys are just idiots, giving them a bad name, and they should be dealt with swiftly and harshly. And, some good old-fashioned Southern justice would be great, Whip them into reality.
And I want to give a shout-out, too, real quick. We are planning on, if everything goes as planned this week, we are planning on making a major move to get some more listeners. I'm going to be streaming my show 2 days a week, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, probably in the afternoons, on KCIA1.com, which is Kansas City's Kansas City's internet radio. It was really the world's first internet radio broadcast station. A good friend of mine owns it. He has roughly, I think, 15K in hits a day on his website. So
sounds pretty cool.
So things is going to get ramped up pretty quick, probably. We probably going to have the libtards hitting us left and right, but, when I say bring it on, we prepared for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and we, that's our word's going to get out, man. It's already exploding. That last episode we did has got almost 1,000 hits on YouTube. I know
it has.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to get bigger. If we get on that channel, fuck, there's not going to be any stopping us.
No. I don't think there's going to be no stopping us. And like I said, the YouTube stuff's already taken off. And like I said, if you know anybody that would be looking to co-host a show, I'm looking for a co-host probably Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, if I have to work on those days, but I mean, but on Saturdays I'd probably do them.
Well, that's what I say. I'm still going to continue to still do the Saturday show, but I thought about doing the Saturday show and rebroadcasting it on his site, but man, I'd like to do a live show. It'd be better.
Yeah.
And, and as always, these shows will continue to be put up on YouTube, because I think that's where we're going to get most of our audience out, is putting our pre-recorded shows on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And it's good to keep it fresh with different people calling in, too.
Yeah.
I'm sure people get sick of hearing me every episode, right?
Well, I'm sure people get sick of hearing me after a while, but it is what it is.
Well, it's your show. Fuck them, right?
Thank you. They don't like it. Like I said, get over it. Because I'm one. I'll say stuff that they don't like, whether they like it or not.
Yeah. And it's only libtards that don't like what you got to say.
You got that right.
And, maybe the NCAACP after they hear this episode. But
like I said before, fuck the NAACP. I've never liked them.
No.
They just got rumored that the officer's been ambushed down there.
Where by?
They haven't said. Down there in Baltimore.
Was it whites that beat them up?
I don't know.
Was it Chinese?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Japanese?
Like I said, I don't know. I'm trying to find out. It makes you seriously wonder.
No, I'm just listing off all the other races and then finally we'll get to the blacks and be like, oh, it was them, eh? Oh, surprise. But it's always them causing the trouble, right? So.
Yeah, it's always them causing the trouble. That's like I was in Walmart the other day. Most of the blacks, they'll speak to me. I have no problems with them. No, actually, it wasn't at Walmart. Actually, I was in North Carolina, and there was this fucking thug sitting there. I was getting ready to go to Whiskey River, grab a bite to eat, and you could tell he was a thug, and you could tell he was wanting to be a little bit of a chimp. Couldn't speak correctly. Didn't know where nothing was. You can just tell that ghetto thug,
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there with his basketball jersey on, his pants hanging down to the crack of his ass.
Yeah, and his hat all crooked, and wearing a do-rag that I'd like to rip off his head and make him shine my shoes with.
Yeah, or shove it down his throat.
Yeah, too.
You know how they are. They're crazy.
Yeah, and what's funny, too, is... it's different because the black people here are different. You see, in the States, they've been there for many generations. Their ancestors brought over slaves, and they've been there for generations, right? Out here, most of our black people are immigrants from Africa or Jamaica or Ghana, wherever, right? So they come here, and what's funny, though, right, is once they're not ghetto town, ghetto areas like in the States where you hear about blacks in Compton or Brooklyn or whatever, right? Like they have that street slang.
Yeah.
So what they do is they come from these other countries, they live here for a couple years, they learn to speak English or whatever, but what they do is they watch TV and they see how blacks in the States talk, and then they start talking like that.
Thank you.
Because to them, that's how blacks are supposed to talk, right? So they all talk all thugged out with the gangster slang and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's pretty much just being posers because, you ain't in the hood in Canada. You're in a fucking suburb neighborhood, and you're talking all thugged out. And then it's just you're copying what's on TV. It's like me, because I have an Italian last name. It's like me talking with a fake New York accent. It's pretty much like that,
Yeah. Well, I just heard they just had an officer shot in Queens. I'm trying to find out if he's black, white, Asian, what the hell he is.
No, it doesn't matter what he is. It's the fact that it's blacks that are doing it, and then they're going to whine about getting lumped into that kind of category. Well, you do the time, you do the crime, you do the time. You don't pull the race card. Your race card ran out 30 years ago.
Thank you. They're going to pull the race card every which way they can. You know how they are.
Yeah.
And something else, too, for anyone that's listening, or is going to listen to this, probably going to hear this on YouTube, we're also now on Twitter. At Pissed P Radio is our username on Twitter.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. I should start using Twitter more. Fucking, I told you about how I'm on that 30-day posting ban on Facebook now. And all it was is I posted a picture of a girl wrapped up in bacon.
Yeah.
To defend herself from being raped by Muslims. And that's the picture I posted. I got a 30-day fucking suspension.
Joey, speaking of posting bans and all, for anyone that's listening to this that's having issues with communist faggot book, as I call him, with that little faggot Mark Zuckerberg, go check out trueamericans.net. A good friend of mine has put that site back up, and he's put it back up, and he's running it on the same software that Facebook's designed off of. But I can guarantee you one thing: over there will be no Facebook jail.
Yeah.
And he's opened it up to the U.S., Canadians, and Britain over there.
And what is it?
TrueAmericans.net. TrueAmericans.net.
Huh. Yeah, I have to check it out. But, I'm hoping that there's a social site that comes up, that just social network that just blows Sasek out of the water. That,
well, far as American Patriots, this will probably be it. It was up, and he took it down and made some changes. Well, now he's got two sites up. He's got one as a forum, and he's now got this back up. And before he took it down, he had over 3,000 members, I think. And now he's trying to push it back and get it back going again. And I say, let's make some moves and let's get it rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Well, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, for sure. I mean, but that's really good about that getting on with your buddy there, getting on there. A lot more people will be listening to the show now.
Yeah. Like I said, for anyone that's sick and tired of the bullshit with Facebook, check out trueamericans.net and trueamericans.us. The trueamericans.us, I think, is only for U.S.-based people, but the trueamericans.net is open to anyone in Canada, the United States, and I think Britain and a few other places.
Probably the allied countries.
Yeah, you got it. I haven't had a chance to check it out much. I've been fighting with computers and just got back in town. Haven't really had a chance to.
Yeah. Well. But, yeah, I mean, I have been watching it quite a bit on the news about all the riots and all that those niggers are doing. And I don't know, I kind of wish that the KKK would come sort them out.
I won't say nothing on that. I'll keep my mouth shut on that. Trust me, they don't want to hear my opinion on that.
Yeah.
I'm one. I say do the same thing as what I said do at the border. Like I said, I'll keep my mouth shut on that. It's best for me to do that because if I say what I'm thinking, I'll make the libtards come out from left and right and make them go nuts, make them go schizo.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Actually, I'm going to say it. The KKK does need to go down there, but they need to go down there with a bunch of damn Uzis and just wipe them off the map.
Mm-hmm.
All the thugs.
And if anything, just get them to fucking just fight the Black Panthers. That would be fair, you know.
Honestly, just to get them to fight the Black Panthers, that'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, I'd pay to see that on pay-per-view.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I was sitting there, I was watching Ustream, with Pete Santilli, and one person says, hell, this is better than watching a damn pay-per-view movie. You never know what you're gonna see.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And most of these pay-per-views are fixed anyways, right? So at least this is, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But it's funny, though. They do it in places like, Baltimore and all these places. It'd be funny to see them do it in, like, Alabama or something, where there's actual KKK presence, and I bet you anything if they tried, the Klan would probably they'd do something about it.
Yeah, like I said, they need to get the Klansmen down there, and no, I'm not racist. It's just a fact of, them Bloods and the Crips. They want to act like thugs. Point blank, we can show them thugs. If they want to see thugs, we can show them what's up.
I've always had a theory, like when you know how cats are just naturally afraid of water, that when you flick water at them, they kind of cringe. I've always got a theory that even the toughest, most hardcore G gangster in the hood, if you ever pulled a whip out, he would cringe naturally.
Of course.
I've always kind of figured that like just pull out a whip and just whip them once or twice, and it won't be any problem anymore. They'll be cringing like their ancestors did. It's just instinct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be, right? I mean, it's worth a try. I mean,
anything's worth a try.
With the National Guard, I mean, maybe somebody should suggest doing that, instead of coming in there with shields and guns and riot gear and all that, just come out there with some whips and give them some old-fashioned Southern justice. And
hell, the damn chimps, they was throwing damn bricks at the National Guard the other day, breaking the damn shields in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think those monkeys need to behave themselves, or they put back in a cage.
You got that right.
Yeah. Definitely. Do you got the KKK where you are right now? Like, are they still even around?
They still around.
Yeah.
They just sitting back silent, waiting for shit to hit the fans. What they doing, I think.
Yeah. And really, they're not. All they were is they're just defending their neighborhood. They weren't
Thank you.
going around bothering people and forcing their agenda and trying to invade countries and shit like Islam. There's people compare ISIS to the KKK. There's a complete difference between trying to keep your neighborhood clean and invading other countries, forcing your religion on people.
Thank you.
Yeah. But, and it's not like they were Nazis. Pick them up, right? But, I mean, the KKK could care less about blacks or Asians or whatever, as long as they stay in where they're supposed to be, instead of coming invading their neighborhood. That was how they were. They didn't care about invading other countries and getting rid of any other race and make it pure white. Like, they didn't care about that.
Thank you.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I swear I have black friends. I'm not racist, I swear.
Well, that's me. I have black friends. I'm not racist. And speaking of having black friends, I got one. Well, he's no longer a friend of mine. Well, I mean, he's no longer a friend, but when he was a friend, he used to tow the damn machete everywhere he went. He used to be known as Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he play basketball?
No, he was old man. Old man,
Because
I knew.
I don't know. I think a lot of black people play basketball, right? So that's where he might, right?
Uh-huh.
Did he eat fried chicken? Watermelon?
Meh. Hey, you know, I see it like this. Give them some watermelon or some Kentucky Fried Chicken, they'll be happy. No. You know what? You really want to see them scattered down there? Just airdrop a bunch of damn job applications and watch what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, I'm
But,
not racist.
No, but you know what I'm saying about these stereotypes, right? They exist for a reason, right? That's what people don't understand. Is, you know, blacks are constantly being labeled as, you know, people that rob people and steal and this and that. It's because they do. Like, just like people assume that because I'm Italian I like pasta, it's because a lot of Italian people eat pasta, right? A lot of Chinese people do martial arts. So, you know, if I see a Chinaman, I can't help but think, well, hey, maybe that guy can teach me some kung fu or something, right? You know what I mean? It's these stereotypes exist for a reason.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know. Yeah. But I don't know. I think they should just quit their whining and learn to appreciate
whining, bitching, turn into EBT cards into Obama phones and get off the ass and get a job.
Yeah, exactly. You know, get a job, work. You know, stop robbing people, stop hanging out in front of fucking convenience stores, and, you know, I never understood that, you know, like they make it cool to hang out in front of a fucking convenience store. Like I go to a convenience store, I go in, I get my munchies, I get, you know, whatever, a lighter, some rolling papers. I go home, and that's it, you know. I don't hang around in front of fucking convenience stores, you know, slanging dime bags and, you know, acting like it's all good in the hood, boy, you know, like these guys do, you know. I'm not, I never saw how that was cool.
I know what you mean. Actually, you know, it's pretty stupid in my opinion.
Yeah. Like I said, nigger logic, right?
Of course,
it's cool to not know. It's nigger logic is what I call it.
You got it, nigger logic.
Let's make a demonstration about how police should leave us alone by vandalizing and looting a bunch of stores.
Thank you.
Yes. Like, yeah. You know, like, nice. I bet you Lincoln's probably, you know, rolling in his grave right now.
You know he
for,
is.
freedom all over, all those years ago. Like, you know, good old honest Dave, I mean, he was nice enough to give them their freedom. Look how they returned the favor.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, he, you know, they need to learn to appreciate what they got and realize that they don't get any special privileges. They're not exempt from anything. Get
I
a fucking
agree 100%.
job.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Get off your ass, get a job. You don't like it, get over it.
Yeah. Exactly. But whatever. I mean, they need somebody to just, you know, whip them into shape. You know, figure of speech.
Yeah.
But they do. They need a real leader.
You don't like it, oh well.
Yeah, they need a real leader, like, you know, like, you know, somebody who will tell them, you know, to looting and all that shit isn't the way. They want to fucking fix the image for themselves and be good law-abiding citizens. Do charity work, do volunteer work. Contribute to your community instead of fucking polluting it.
Yeah, and first thing I say, pull your fucking pants up.
Yeah, exactly too.
That's first thing. Pull your pants up and get some damn decent clothes on, dress like you should.
Yeah, and if anything, I wouldn't complain about my tax dollars if they're buying them all suspenders. In all the ghetto neighborhoods, just buying
suspenders and belts.
Yeah, right. But my tax dollars are going to fucking
EBT cards and Obama phones.
Yeah. And, like I've heard about, there's this gangs going around killing police. Yeah, and this shit, and they're not making things even better for themselves because no matter what, the police are going to win. You can't beat the police.
You got that right.
They're backed by government, and the people who orchestrated the whole thing are going to get, they're going to get the maximum penalty, right? So they can't really, they're doing it the wrong way. They're doing it stupidly, and they're just banging their head against the cement wall. They're not going to win.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching this live stream, and boy, the chimps is out in full force.
Yeah, well, I hope that they get dealt with harsh force. I hope that they get fucking pepper sprayed. I hope they get a nightstick up their ass.
Well, I heard they got the tear gas ready. What I heard, and I'm one. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe in Don't get me wrong. I don't like police brutality, but Freddie Gray had a damn rap sheet a mile long. Come on.
Yeah, they all do.
Of course. They do, 99.9% of them do.
Yeah, and they just pull the race card to try and get out of whatever they were doing wrong, and people forget that they actually probably were casing out a house or whatever, right? They probably were doing these things, robbing a store. That one that got choked out or whatever. The one that I forget his name, the big one, the big black guy in New York that got choked out and killed, and everybody was making a big thing about that one. He was stealing from the fucking store. Of course, the police are going to jump on him. So, if you don't like it, quit breaking the law. Plain and simple.
Thank you. That's me. Plain and simple. Don't break the freaking law.
Yeah. Or if you do it, dress like a respectable person, not like a low-dope thug in the hood. And then it's like a uniform or something, for the police to see and be like, oh, that's the thug. Let's get him. But I bet you if he dressed nice. Dressed like fucking Bill Cosby, you wouldn't be bothered.
And they want to sit here and bitch and raise hell. These police need body cameras. All these blacks. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, they need them, but it's like this. If you wouldn't be out there doing the shit you doing, selling dope and robbing stores and God knows what else, you wouldn't have to be worried about it.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to. If you worked a 9-to-5 job at fucking Walmart, you're driving home from work and you're fucking Walmart wearing your Walmart vest and going home, and you're not gonna have to worry about a cop bothering you.
Thank you. That's me. I agree 100%. If you're doing what the hell you're supposed to be doing, you wouldn't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. And all this equal opportunity bullshit. I know you guys are dealing with it out there too. We deal with it here where they have to hire a certain amount of type of people or whatever at minorities and shit at these big companies. We got a bunch of fucking sad nigger ragheads here working at Walmart. Where they don't even they don't even fucking speak English for you
We
to
got
ask
'em
them
here,
where
too.
something is. You know, the other day I was trying to find, I was trying to find like, you know, those straps that you for holding your sheets so that they don't fall off.
Yep.
I was trying to get those, and I know they have them at Walmart. But I asked some fucking raghead, excuse me, do you know where these things are? And I figured, hey, since they wear sheets and bedding and stuff like that, that she would know where those straps are, right? She didn't even understand what I was talking about, where it was, nothing. It was just a complete waste of time, right? And then I go and I try and go to another one. Another one's a fucking Filipino bitch who doesn't speak English,
Of course.
who doesn't understand what they are.
Yeah, and you know, that's what irritates me more than any fucking thing. You some bitches, you know, they want to come here, but yet they don't want to learn to speak English.
No, it's because it's an invasion.
Yeah, you got it. It's a fucking invasion, you know, and I've said it once and I'll say it again. Put armed guards at the borders every 100 yards with fucking Uzis and wipe them out.
Yeah.
3 days of that and
Yeah.
they won't come across that border no more.
Nope. You know, and at least, you know, and the thing is like, if you make the effort to learn English, I don't care what color or race or religion you are, welcome. You know, if you're willing to learn English and work hard here in this country and contribute, not be a fucking piece of shit and a leech to our government, welcome, right? But when you're an immigrant coming here and not speaking English and working at fucking Walmart and making it so that I can't find those straps for my fucking sheets because seriously, I couldn't find them. I gave up. I still haven't bought them yet. You know, and you know, and that's not the first time something like that's happened at Walmart. What I was saying is, I wouldn't even mind so much. Let's say if they stopped fucking hiring all these people, stopped letting all this shit in our country, and then you know, maybe put all the blacks working. You know, maybe have a thing where all the blacks get hired at Walmart, or some shit. You know, and give them all jobs so that it's a double thing. At least they speak enough English; they'll understand where something is. You know, they can show me. They'll be working. They'll be employed, so they're not going to be hanging out in front of convenience stores and robbing and looting people in the hood. You know, they'll be actually working. Problem solved.
Something of yourself.
Yeah. You know, so maybe they should do something like that. You know, and all the Bloods can work at Target because we're red, and then all the Crips can work at Walmart and wear the blue, right? You know, and then they all have jobs. They won't have to do that shit anymore. Be all good, but we got to keep having all these immigrants come in and taking their jobs, so it's not going to happen. But I wonder if there's like a plantation that they can go work at or something. Right? Like where they actually get paid and all that stuff.
Oh man. Yep. They jumping out in Baltimore, man. They gathering at the intersections.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man. If it ain't one damn thing, it's something else.
Oh, I hope that they get it.
You ain't the only one. I hope they get it big time. I hope they all get gassed. They deserve it.
Learn a lesson. I have no sympathy for stupidity.
Stu, man, I don't know. Stupidity ain't the word. I mean, stupid people's got more sense than they do.
Well, yeah. And think of this. This is where I see it, right? They blame slavery. They blame the whole, you know, the white man keep us down and, you know, we moving on up and all this, right? You know, they do all that and they whine and complain. But I'm pretty safe to say that the Holocaust and what happened to the Jews is pretty much on par with whatever happened down south 100 years ago, with, when they were taking a slave. It's pretty much on the level of brutality. It's pretty much the same, right? And, as bad as being a slave and getting whipped for not working hard enough and all that was for them and all that, pales in comparison to a fucking Holocaust where Jews are taken by Nazis to concentration camps.
Thank you.
And, murdered, right? And tortured and all this shit, where it was almost an attempted genocide. Nobody ever tried to kill the blacks.
No.
Right?
No.
And you see, but how come the Jews have flourished in the past 100 years, or since World War II? I mean, think of how many successful Jews and how much money the Jews have, and they're all doctors and lawyers and, Hollywood producers like Steven Spielberg, and, there's comedians, like, everything. There's Jews are like, they're very influential. They've flourished in success, right?
Yep.
But you don't ever hear them saying, "Oh, I broke into that car because my great grandfather Jamal was a slave 100 years ago, and I haven't gotten over it yet." And,
Thank you.
That's how they, you don't hear about that kind of shit.
No.
So that,
Well.
so they're, and this is the other thing, the Holocaust was a hell of a lot more recent than the slaves.
Thank you. Well,
Right.
Well, the chimps are marching. I say the chimps are marching.
The chimps are marching?
Yep, the chimps are marching. They're protesting.
Huh. Well,
like I said, we got an hour till they enact that curfew. Let's see what's going to happen when that curfew gets enacted. That's going to be the real test. That's what I want to see.
mm-hmm.
Well, Joey, I'm going to take a commercial break real quick.
Yep.
Be back in probably 10 minutes if you want to hang around.
Well, why don't we just pause it, and then you can call me in 10.
Okay, we can do that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, later.
All right, later.
10.
Yeah.
Oh, freeze up, bastard.
All those clerics saying it's okay.
Evil
So,
ain't the word.
Like those clerics that say, that it's okay for, it's okay for a man to, if he feels lust and everything, it's okay for him to fuck a goat or a sheep, but he has to kill the sheep after because it's impure.
Yeah.
But it's okay for him to release his sexual frustrations out on a goat or a sheep, and then there's another one where I've seen where a cleric. Yeah, and then there's another one where the cleric says that, it's okay for a girl as long as she has pubic hair, or you can start fucking her, or as soon as you can see that she's ready. So that could be as soon as 1 year old. In Saudi Arabia. You know how disgusting that is to even think like that? And then these pieces of shit are promoting this kind of stuff?
Thank you.
And to me, a cleric is just, I guess he's equivalency of a pope, right? And as much of a fucking traitor and all that as the current pope we have right now is, that, he would never promote that kind of shit, bestiality and pedophilia and stuff. And say that it's okay for Catholics to practice that sort of thing because the Bible promotes it. Never.
No. That's Islam is anything but a peaceful religion.
No.
And
you have to be intimidated.
Far from it.
No. And you have to be intimidated and worried that, you better not offend them or else you'll get killed and it's your fault for offending them.
Well, you know what I say? Fuck Islam.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like it. Oh, well.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Right, there's the door. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's me. If you don't like it, hit the door and get the fuck out, and don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what another thing too about it is, you know, they say, oh, tolerance and accept and all this shit. But so when they come here, and then all of a sudden they don't change anything about themselves,
Of course
and
not.
then they continuously more and more of them come until all of a sudden there's a huge colony, and you know certain areas of town are all of a sudden their area, and you know they're, and then they get rid of our traditions. They get rid of our traditions and all that, and then they make our country like how theirs was.
Yeah.
But the thing is what becomes of our culture?
Down the
What
drain.
becomes
That's
of
what comes
our
of it.
traditions? You know, what becomes of bacon for breakfast? And you know, there's got to be somewhere in the world where they have bacon for breakfast. That's why I see every time I see for them it's a conquest. They're looking to take over.
Of course, they always are. They always are looking to take over. And
that's what I mean. That's the difference between them and people compare ISIS to KKK, like I said earlier.
KKK ain't got nothing on ISIS.
No. There's a defense. KKK is defensive.
Of course.
They just want to keep their neighborhoods clean. They don't want any shit.
I agree 100%. That's all they want to do is keep their neighborhoods clean.
You know, and then, but they didn't give a shit about anybody else. They didn't care about invading other countries and enforcing Christianity or anything on people. Just you stay where you belong. We stay out of our yard. That's pretty much how they were. But
and speaking of thugs, as we were speaking earlier, he's interviewing a thug right now on live stream, and the thug's bitching and whining and moaning and groaning. Of course, it never fails.
Is his name Jamal?
I don't know what his name is. I ain't got the audio on.
Tyree?
Probably
Jermaine?
so. Probably so.
I don't know.
Oh,
you just assume it's one of those kind of names, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But, yeah. I don't know. But the thing about Islam, though, too, is another thing that these fucking moderates, that they do, is, you know, like, when people complain about them covering their faces and all that shit, and you know, they say, well, I can wear what I want. It's my country. I have the right, and my choice.
Yeah. Well, first off, it's not your fucking country. It's our fucking country. To
them, it's, you know, even the ones that are born here and they do it.
To them, it's their country, but it's actually our country. And I'm one. You know, if you don't like it, like I said, get the hell out and don't let the door hit you in the ass when you leave.
Yeah. But they do it to be defiant.
Of course.
They continue to wear their shit and dress with stupid fucking curtains and all that to be defiant. And it's like, to me, it's like this. If you came over to my house and I asked you to take your shoes off, right? You're gonna, you know, legally, it's your right to wear shoes, no matter what. But you're not going to turn around and say, well, it's my right. I can wear shoes anywhere I want. It's a free country. Fuck you, right? Because then you're going to wear out your welcome in my home. And that's what's happening now. Is yeah, it's your right to wear that shit because you're manipulating the amendments for freedom to practice religion and all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're pissing people off when they ask you not to wear that shit because they don't like it, and you insist on it to be defiant. You're not welcome. You're no longer welcome in my home.
Thank you.
You don't take your shoes off. You know.
You don't like it, get the fuck out. And you know,
Yeah.
Something else I want to touch base on too. We got these chimps chimping out down there in Baltimore, as we know. And we got Jade Helm fixing to happen here in June. I think this is a pre-runner for Jade Helm just to see how far they can push things with martial law.
Could be.
You know,
I mean, it's scary what's going on.
Yeah, you know, it's mighty funny that all this happened right here before Jade Helm. And then, you know, then you got Jade Helm coming up all across the Southwest and the South down here. You know, shit's fixing to get real, folks. It's no laughing matter. It's no joke. The shit's fixing to get real. The shit's fixing to hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say it. You know, if you come up on my property or come through my front door without a search warrant, you know what's going to happen. I ain't got to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Be quiet.
And, you know, I wish...
Even if you ain't even if you've got a search warrant, you have no right to be here.
No. But I think they're too busy dealing with those niggers to be bothering you.
Yeah. Well, right now.
Yeah. But I don't know. This whole thing, you know, it's you know, like these what's so funny?
I'm sitting here. Got the live stream up, and there's this girl named Amanda in the chat, and she's going nigger, 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 nigger. And someone else commented, Amanda, you're a loser. You're gonna get raped.
Huh.
I'm gonna piss them off. See how many libtards I can piss off in this chat.
Yeah.
Amanda, fuck off. You're not the type that we like here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I won't go there. What someone just said. Thug. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. The idiots is coming out. The libtards is coming out. This place is fixing to get nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they bring it on themselves.
You got it. They bring it on themselves. You got it.
They're going around screaming thug life, then and calling themselves thugs like it's cool.
Of course.
Then you're going to get treated like a thug.
Yeah. What a day, what a day.
Mm-hmm.
She's just saying
it's gonna be
don't be
interesting.
offended by it. Oh man. Let's see what's going on Communist Book.
Yeah, well, one thing that's not going on is I haven't been posting any shit on Communist Book because of this stupid fucking suspension.
Yeah. And that's nothing new for Faggot Book. Faggot Zuckerberg, as I call him.
Yeah. And, you know, I didn't... There's nothing about the picture of a woman wrapped up in bacon.
Thank you.
Not naked, wrapped up in bacon. And it's to defend against rapists.
Thank you.
And she... And some fucking faggot reported that. and I got a 30-day fucking suspension. First, it started off as a 3-day suspension, and then at the end of the 3 days, it booted me off, and then signed back in and made me fill out the stupid security thing, and then did me a 30-day thing where I can't post, I can't like anything, I can't share, I can't join any groups. I can't even fucking add people to my group, or even when you know how, like, if you don't turn the notifications off, you constantly get notified every time somebody posts some shit.
Can't even do that.
I can't even turn. People are adding me to groups. I can't even turn the notification off. So it's fucked. So I've just been using my other Facebook, and it's going to be like that for a month. I almost just want to delete Facebook altogether.
Well, like I said, that's that cocksucker Mark Zuckerberg for you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I said it. He's a cocksucking little faggot. Because it's the God's honest truth. And no, I'm not being racist. And no, I'm not being liberal, this, that, and the other. It's just fact. The American patriot try to post something, they going to take it down. But let a damn sand nigger or a Muslim or who the hell ever or a liberal post something, and it's going to stay there. They won't take it down.
Yeah.
I've seen it more than once.
So the more double standards.
Of course.
And they and like I said, I wouldn't doubt that Ahmad Jama Muhammad or whatever the fuck is the head of community standard on Facebook or some shit.
Neither would I. I wouldn't put it past them. That's a known fact that we know, that we all know about. It's a given.
Yeah, definitely, because there's no way that a white guy, even a fucking liberal, would complain about a picture of a woman wrapped up in bacon to defend herself from being raped.
Thank you.
To constitute a 30-day fucking suspension.
Thank you. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot worse things I posted.
Thank you. I know that to be fact.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, you're part of Worldwide Coalition Against Islam. Yeah. See the shit I post, right? But, I'm surprised. I didn't even bother me when I posted a picture of Obama getting hung for treason.
Thank you.
But they bust my balls about that.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. They ain't got nothing better to do.
No. But I don't know. I'm just hoping, I'm praying that there's going to be another social media network that comes out that just blows Facebook out of the water, and nobody uses Facebook anymore.
Well, like I said, it's already here. Yeah. TrueAmericans.net. Check it out.
I will after this show.
It's based off the same software as Facebook, and you don't have none of the shit going on with Facebook there that's going on here. You don't, you don't have it.
Mm-hmm. I'll check that out.
Yep, them crowds is gathering, getting ready for a chimp out at 10 o'clock. A chimp out it will be. I can't wait to see some tear gas fly. I can't wait to see some tear gas fly.
Do you think they would call the police racist if they used whips?
Probably so.
Like just as a demonstration, right?
Oh, they would.
Yeah.
They would.
Whips and chains, and then chain them all up and load them onto a truck like cattle.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
It'd be funny as hell. My honest opinion. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I ain't got there's a difference between blacks and pure out thug niggas.
Yeah. Yeah, and then maybe while they're being pulled, they're being driven up in the truck like cattle, well chained up on the way to their destination. They're on the way to the plantation. They'll be singing, "We'll keep your eyes on the prize." Oh, like they do, on those movies and shit. That'd be like that.
Someone, that same person that was posting nigga, just posted niggers are animals. All I'm gonna say is she's got balls.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm not a fan of is hot, like good-looking white girls who get impregnated by black guys and have like these gross mulatto kids.
These swirl babies.
It's gross. Like
Gross
it
ain't
just
the
turns
word.
me off. Like I've met girls that are like gorgeous, right? And then I see pictures of them on Facebook or whatever, and then they see this fucking half-breed. And of course, you know that the dad's not in the picture at all.
Thank you.
Most of the time, never. He's never
locked up in prison somewhere.
Yeah. And and
National Guard's rolling through. National Guard's rolling through, ladies and gentlemen. Shit's fixing to get real. Look like.
go National Guard.
Yep. 2 National Guard trucks
Check
just
them
rolled
out.
through on Pete Santilli's stream. I said it. National Guard just rolled through on this stream. So like I said, let's see what happens. We got roughly 25 minutes to go. Oh shit, no stop on red light, nuke the place.
You know what these niggers should do? Really?
Really, you want to tell you what I think they should do? I'll go back to Africa.
Well, other than that, and other than get jobs, but it's like instead of whining to the police, they could coming at the police. They should come at the people, the niggers that hang out in front of convenience stores and we go out robbing and looting people in the hood and all that shit. Tell those guys, straighten your ass out. Have a riot against them.
Thank you.
Have a riot against the car thieves and the dope dealers and the pimps and the guys that give them a bad name. Have a riot against them. Be vigilantes against them. Be like, you're giving us a bad name. You're the reason why we're getting. Don't blame the police. They're doing their jobs. Blame the ones that are making them look.
Got it.
You know, Morgan Freeman should come in and, grab the Jamal from the hood by the scruff of the neck and be like, you're giving me a bad name. I can't narrate movies anymore without being labeled into your, labeled into your image. So stop it. You're making me look bad and making us black people look bad. And,
I know.
That's what you should do. Oprah Winfrey should get in there and,
Don't get me started on Oprah Winfrey. I can't stand her either.
Yeah. She's probably blaming the police.
Of course. And like I said,
I wonder if Oprah Winfrey got fat on fried chicken.
Probably so.
Probably.
And like I said, You like I said, you got the new Three Stooges, Jesse Jackson, Barack Obama, and Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
And I don't know which is
And
worse.
then when Oprah Winfrey lost all her weight, she went on the watermelon diet. That's how she lost all the weight.
Watermelon diet. All niggas eat watermelon.
Lost it down with a nice can of no name brand grape soda.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just dropped my name in the chat. Drop the link in the chat. We'll see what happens. Now they're talking about burning buildings. Of course.
Well, niggers burn things.
Yeah, you got it. Niggers burn things. White boy don't do that. For the most
Well,
part.
unless it's a cross.
Yeah. yeah, unless it's a cross.
But, yeah, I don't know. They burn things, they play basketball. I mean, it's stereotypes.
You got it. Stereotypes. Bunch of nut jobs, in my opinion, that won't get off the ass and get a job and work.
Yeah.
And
nobody's oppressing them anymore.
And you know something else, too?
Huh.
I don't know about up there, but I know down here, you can always tell what a nigga's driving because they have got it niggered out.
Yeah.
Got the rims, got it jacked up 2 foot in the air, 3 foot in the air with the nigger rims on the Crown Vic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
you know, that's one of the things saying that's another stereotype. You know, you can always tell what they driving by the way they got it done. Especially the thug niggas.
Yeah. But they're just, you know, you made your bed, you lay in it.
That's right. You know, you made your bed, you lay in it, dumbass.
They have no excuse. I mean, the Jews got it bad, just as bad, if not worse than them, more recently than them. And look how the Jews are compared to them.
Believe me, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they definitely some libtards was watching this stream. Amanda, don't call that people again.
Mm. Are those libtards making a stink at that riot too, or what?
No, there's this one person in here, and she's calling them niggers like they are, and people's getting a little pissy about it. As usual, as you know.
Yeah.
Pete, stop filming this annoying ass guy. I can't understand a word he's saying. He looks like nothing but a thug. Yep, from when I gather they're not going to lift the curfew, and we got roughly 20 minutes before this shit's going to get real. So he was interviewing this bitch and raising hell, saying this, that, and the other about the thugs breaking windows. Well, I'm like this. Your dumb ass broke the windows, you pay for it to get it fixed.
Maybe we should play him some Johnny Rebel or something.
Matter of fact, watch this.
Well, I ain't black, you see. So Uncle Sam won't help poor nigga hate me. Jigaboo, jigaboo, where are you? In the woodshed watching you. Jigaboo, jigaboo, come on out. They're scared of the white man from way down south. It's pretty good that a Canadian knows that song, eh?
Yeah, hey. Either some Johnny Rebel or some Rebel Son, one of the two.
Yeah. Like
I just like-
Cajun Ku Klux Klan is a good song. Comes to mind. That's a good one.
I know.
Or Ship Those Niggers Back. I love all those songs. I used to listen to them and sing along to them, and people would be like so disgusted by it. It's hilarious.
I love how some of my stuff's not showing up in his chat. Oh, you can tell you what they're chanting now? Now they're chanting, fuck the police.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact,
Because that's going to convince everybody that they're upstanding citizens that should be left alone by the police.
hey, can you hear that? Can you hear them animals? You racist ass cops.
I just hear a stupid nigger bitch fucking screaming.
You got it.
That's all I hear. I don't hear what she's saying. That's all I hear. Yeah. It just sounds like an episode of Maury.
You got it.
It sounds like an episode of Maury, you know, the talk show where they always have all those niggers and they try and figure out who the dad is and they're screaming at each other. And that's what it sounds like to me.
I'm gonna pull the stream up and put it on in the background because these niggas is getting ready to chimp out. These niggas is getting ready to chimp out, ladies and gentlemen. The curfew is fixing to hit in probably 15 minutes. These niggas are fixing to chimp out. If you haven't done so, look up the stream on YouTube at under Pete Santilli.
Just take the whips.
Niggas bitching and whining and raising hell more again. She's up looking at the camera, moaning and groaning, got a head wrap on, look like. Four-eyed bitch.
Probably doesn't even have a job.
You got it. Probably don't even have a job. Too lazy to get one. Too lazy to work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he's got a thug on. He's got a thug on camera right there telling him to speak up. He's wearing a hat with the pants hanging down to the crack of his ass. Got the hats turned to the side. They want bitching and moaning and groaning, wanting their curfew going. You know what I hope? Man, I hope the National Guard comes in there and tear gasses them all.
Mm-hmm. And then turns them all into
Long
field
live
niggers.
Freddie Gray. You got it. Turn them all into field niggers. One person of this nigga's drugged out.
Well, you know how there's field mice?
There's
They hang out
field
in fields and
niggers.
stuff?
Yep. There's field niggers.
But yeah, I got to say, at least the field niggers were humble and polite. You know, they're like, yes, massa. Yes, massa. You know, they weren't, all fucking vigilant and militant like these ones are.
Thank you.
Yeah. So maybe they just need to be reformed a bit.
Thank you. Hey, I'm gonna send you the.
Take them back to school.
Thank you. Hey, I'm sending you the link to that stream.
All right.
Talking about they want the police arrested.
So what?
Man, talking about they want the police arrested. Talking about it's also propaganda.
Well, isn't the cop that shot the guy in the first place, isn't he in jail and all that for murder?
No, he got off scot-free. You talking about Darren Wilson? You talking about Darren
Yeah,
Wilson?
the one.
You talking about
No,
Ferguson?
no, no. I mean the one that recently, the one that shot the guy in the back, and it was on videotape and
I think he's in
and
prison.
all that. Yeah, that he's in prison. He's arrested. Even the police are on the black guy's side. You know, so they're making an issue out of nothing. So if the guy wasn't acting for the police, he was just that. Well,
They can't afford coke. It's all homemade meth and crack. That's a good one. They only
Nope.
out here for the cameras. Yeah. They only out there for the cameras, wanting their 90 seconds of attention.
and they can rap about it in their next rap video.
You got it. Oh, now that stupid
But-
bitch is covering her head, covering her damn face.
And you know what else I always thought was fucking retarded? What niggers do too is, you know, they wear those stupid bandanas over their mouth, like
Yep.
like what? Like what? Did somebody fart or something? You know, like.
Oh, I know.
And they look so stupid, and they
Stupid
pose in these
word.
pictures trying to look all hard, and you know, and they're just asking to get a whip taken to them and put back into slavery, you know. But it looks so retarded, these nigger fashions, and like and the grills that they wear, you know,
It does.
the gold shit over their teeth, like it looks retarded. You know, they make it cool to be stupid and ignorant and a thug. You know, for me, myself, I have no tolerance for thievery or robbing people or any of that shit. I despise thieves and stealing and all that shit. Like,
I can't stand it.
yeah. And, you know, these niggers, they brag about robbing an old lady in their next rap song, you know?
You got it. Hey, you watching this shit?
Yeah. No, I can't. I'm talking on my phone, and I got my laptop upstairs. But I could just imagine.
Spell niggers to the African jungle.
Hmm. Just an excuse for them to fucking do what they're doing. And I'm not talking about all black people. Just once again, for the millionth time, I'm talking about just the niggers that are being stupid right now.
It's just these porch monkeys that wants to act like a bunch of damn fools. The ones we're talking about.
Yeah. And, you know, because, yeah, they're, you know, because, you know, these liberals are going to fucking say, like, jump on us about it. Bringing somebody to justice, no matter what race they are, is what it's all about.
Thank you.
You can't just pull the race card and, you know, be a racist. Somebody pisses me off, they get punched out, regardless of their race, you know? You know, if I happen to take my belt off and start whipping a nigger with it, you know, that might be a different story, right? Or if I grab him and choke him with it or something, right, and hang him. But if I beat him up just like I beat up a white guy or a Chinese guy or whatever, you know, then it shouldn't be considered racism, and it's dumb liberal logic when it's otherwise.
Thank you.
Yeah. But probably if I did beat a nigger for trying to steal from me or something like that, I probably would give him the belt. Because, you know, honestly, I think that's what they need. They need to be, like, brought back to reality of where they came from and realize that they're lucky to be free. They're lucky that that Abraham Lincoln, out of the kindness of his heart, gave them their freedom.
Hey,
and they shouldn't be pulling your shit.
hey, man,
Yeah.
I just love it. Just had one liberal in the chat. He just went. Every time I see a cop die, I get happier.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can tell he's a dumbass.
But of course, that fucking faggot liberal. Yeah, if somebody were to, one of these niggers went to rob him, the cops would be the first thing you
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, of course, because he's a pussy.
Yeah. But it works both ways. They hate cops, but them when something happens to them, they go crying for cops.
Of course, that's the way it is. Bitch and whine, they go crying
Yeah.
to cops, but yet they want to see every one of them die. And like I said, when in reality the cop ain't done nothing wrong, because the damn thug had a rap sheet a fucking mile long,
Mm.
as you know, as we all know.
And of course, he has a rap sheet because his ancestors were slaves 100 years ago. It's all our fault. It's all our fault for keeping him down. You know that.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, we made him break into that car. We made him in the street corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we also got some trolls in here tonight. Man, ain't nothing but thugs. Ain't nothing but thugs down there. Of course, we all know that.
But you know what's funny, though? There was no thugs in the slave days.
Thank you.
None. Right? There weren't any.
Sitting here with their hats turned to the side, moaning and groaning, and bitching and raising hell. Can't even speak proper grammar.
Uh-huh.
Tell me that nigga getting hustled right now. And the nigga probably deserves to get hustled if he's in prison.
You know, it's funny, like, there's been, like, documentaries I've watched on rappers or whatever, you know, because it's interesting to find out what happened, you know, about Tupac getting killed or Eazy-E or whatever, right? So I watched some of these old documentaries to see, you know, and they interviewed some of these niggers, and I don't even understand what the fuck they're saying.
You never can. You never can.
No. You know, it's, yeah, and then they wonder why they're lumped into that category and looked down upon. Well,
Thank you.
act like a civilized human being, talk with proper grammar and
Yeah.
spelling.
Yeah. Don't act like a damn chimp or a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it. Don't act like a chimp or a monkey. Like I said, we are Pissed Patriot Radio, and we will say what the others will not say. And if you don't like it, get over it.
Yeah, and if you're black and don't like it, I'll take a whip to your ass and give you some old-fashioned Southern justice. You know?
I hear sirens.
Sirens and black people? Really?
Yeah. People, I mean, of course, horn
No.
blowing.
Well, it'd be racist for me to insinuate that those go hand in
Curfew
hand.
countdown. Hey, 3 minutes to curfew. 3 minutes to curfew. Shit's fixing to get real. I repeat, shit's fixing to get real. We'll see how many of them's got gas masks. Probably none of them, other than maybe the media. Shit's fixing to get real.
Good.
Curfew about to be enacted. Let's see how many chimps get shot tonight. And Joey, you know, I think I'm gonna cover this 30 minutes past just to see what happens.
Hmm.
Fuck, I'm buffering.
So what's your favorite Johnny Rebel song?
Probably Bury Me on Southern Ground.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, that is a, not a Johnny Rebel. Oh, shit. Rebel Son, Bury Me on Southern Ground. I don't listen to Johnny Rebel that much.
The Cajun Ku Klux Klan song?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Damn right it's hilarious. Yep. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to curfew. Two minutes to curfew. Let's see what happens. They ain't none of them here.
Fuck, we should use for the intro to this video. We should use like "Nigger Hating Me" or one of those kind of songs, you know?
Yep. No, hey, you know something else I say too? We need to start spaying and neutering the niggers and be done with it.
Yep.
And like I said, no, I'm not racist. I'm just talking about the true thugs out there that's popping them out left and right, folks.
And then leaving those poor moms to fend for themselves.
You got it.
Because in all honesty, I mean, no matter how hot a girl is, if she's been impregnated like that, and she has one of those kind of kids, it's a huge turnoff, and there's no matter how hot she is, it's a no-go for me.
Thank you. Well,
you
1 minute to curfew. Curfew's fixing to be enacted probably in the next minute or so.
She's tainted, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm totally tainted. And, you know, I'm all about keeping the blood boys pure. That's why I'll never fuck one of those kind of girls, like, uncovered. But I hate using condoms. But the one time that I'll use a condom is with a black girl. I do not want to get her pregnant. It's all about keeping the bloodlines pure.
Pants up, don't loot. Curfew should be fixing to kick in any minute now.
Yeah. Too bad we could just handle them like China handles protesters, just run them over with fucking tanks.
You got it.
You know, those Chinese, they got one thing right. I mean, they might not be able to drive worth shit, but at least they, they make good wonton soup, and they run their protesters over with tanks, which is how it should be.
7:01 curfew should be in effect. Actually, 10:01. No niggers, no AIDS.
Huh.
You just don't hit any cyclists, Pete. 10,000 people that are wound up will not go home and watch TV.
Yeah. At least their TVs aren't getting looted out of their homes.
So far. Of course, you got people calling niggers niggers.
Yeah. Well, it's like calling a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm. If you believe in a white world, say, hey, you. And I'm not random, I was a plan for, baby. No niggers, no rapes.
No. Crime rate would certainly go down.
You got that shit right.
I'm not talking about the Oprah Winfrey's and Bill Cosby's and, Morgan Freemans of the world either. I'm talking about niggers.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
If I was the moderator, you racists would have been booted years ago. Watch this shit. Proud racist.
Have you ever wondered though what the world would be like if they were never given their freedom?
Thank you.
Like how different things would be. Because I don't know about there, but out here we get a lot of like white kids and stuff that are
No niggers, no
talk.
knockout.
Well, we got a lot of white kids who try and act black, and they dress all thugged out and do robberies and do all this shit, and and they're influenced by all the rap songs and shit, right? But I'm thinking, like, if they were still slaves, nobody would be like acting all slaved out,
This dumbass liberal just said that the government created STDs to kill black people. What a dumbass.
Huh.
What a dumbass.
Yeah.
And it's plain to see.
Yeah.
I'm not a racist. I hate all you cunts equally.
Yeah. Well, what they don't, like I said, I've had myself, I used to deal drugs myself years ago, and I've been harassed by cops and threatened by them and fucking had them take my money and pocket it, I've had friends getting beat up by cops. I've had cops raid my house and beat up my friends and, took $7,000 from me. You know what I mean? So it's not a racial thing. It just happens to be that the blacks they are involved in these kind of things, so they're getting hassled.
Hey.
It just happens.
Hey. There's a stupid nigger on. There's a stupid nigger on stream right now with dreadlocks. He's got a blue T-shirt on that says "Fuck the police."
Yeah.
Don't be corralled.
Is his name Jamal?
Yeah. The question is his name Jamal or is his name Devin? Niggers are animals.
Well, I don't know, but any idiot who wearing a "fuck the police" shirt
is a pure out dumbass.
Is a pure out dumbass. It's like saying to the cops, like taunting the cops to try and bother you, or
Well.
That's what's smart about the real gangsters in this world. They wear suits and ties, and they dress up respectable. They ride around in limos. They, like John Gotti used to do, right? Real gangsters, none of these fucking low-dope thugs in the hood. They're just losers, and
Hey, just to show you what's going on. Pete Santilli just put out a post in the chat. NBC, they're not requiring them to go to the media area, but yet they're forcing them to the fucking media area, though. It's your fucking government for you. Oh, yep, they're enforcing the curfew, folks. Here we go. Got Humvees rolling through, look like. Who are you with? I'm with myself.
You know what? I think we should do the outro for this episode. We should use the Cajun Ku Klux Klan song. I'll send it to you after, and I'll show it to you.
Sounds good.
For the outro of this show. Oh, it's fucking funny. I can't wait to hear it.
Yep,
but the nigger
I think they're starting to toss tear gas. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say, fuck the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Yep, they're amazing people now. Oh, dude, you remember the nigger with the fuck the police? He's taking them on. Oh, dude, nigger just grabbed one by the hair. Just grabbed one by the hair and just took him down, swatted his ass. If you're listening to this, folks, you can tune in. Pete Santilli, look him up on Facebook. He's got a live stream. The shit's getting real, folks. They just maced one and drug his ass down to the ground with his dreadlocks.
Good. No mercy.
Here we go. Here we go. Shit getting real. Yep, Pete Santilli's putting on gas mask. Shit's getting real. Yep, they toting his ass out and cuss. They ain't playing around tonight.
Good.
That's police brutality. He pulled his hair and slammed him to the ground when he was standing there not resisting.
It's like when the whites came to Africa the first time and saw them, and the first instinct they had was to make them slaves and took them away and took them on the ship.
This show's gonna be
Same
epic.
thing. Mm. But it's like that though, right? Did you know that it wasn't even whites that were the first ones to make them slaves?
Thank you.
Did you know that?
Oh,
it was actually Islam. It was actually Muhammad, and that's why there's a lot of blacks from like the Middle East, because they were taken as slaves. And
thank you. Well,
yeah.
Hey Joey, now that we know what's going to go on, folks, if you're listening and you're tuned in, we're about to end this show. This is the Pistol Patriot coming to you live from FEMA Region 4. We're sitting here monitoring and watching what's going on. If you haven't done so, tune in to Pete's live stream. Look him up on YouTube, Pete Santilli. Like I said, shit's getting real. This was the Pistol Patriot, and we coming to you from FEMA Region 4. This will be loaded to YouTube tomorrow. Anytime, Joey. Glad to have you. I'm going to call this tonight. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Crime rates through the roof. Gun control is on the rise. We make our ends meet, take what we need to survive. One shot, one kill is such a thrill. That's the way that I was raised. When I pick up a gun, I hit right where I aim. It's time to take a stand. It's time to draw the line. You better bring yours when you come to take mine. Granddaddy taught my daddy how to hunt and how to fish, how to be a man. Don't take any lip. Raised up on a good book, learned about the land. They grew what they ate, they didn't get it from Uncle Sam. It's time to take a stand. It's time to draw the line. You better bring yours when you come to take mine. So go and round up all them Yankee boys, get ready for a fight. I'll round up all my rebel friends, meet you at the Mason-Dixon line. 'Cause the South is gonna rise again. No, we're not the running kind. You better bring yours when you come to take mine.
fight beside any Yankee man if he feels like I do. We'll stand here today and we'll proudly say to the man in the suit and tie, you better bring yours when you come to take mine. So go and round up all them Yankee boys, get ready for a fight. You might have won that war back in 1865, but the South is gonna rise again. No, we're not the running kind. You better bring yours when you come to take mine. You better bring yours when you come to take mine. You can bring yours. Well, Mr. President, you ain't taking mine.